Good afternoon. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to afternoon news source, only here at Daily Tribune. We are now live at Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines, the International Criminal Court will proceed with Duterte's confirmation of charges hearing despite his camp's appeal. 2 died after a passenger van lost control and plunged into a deep gorge in Itogon, Benguet. The DSWD warned the public on circulating AI-generated video spreading false claims on the distribution of relief goods. Ex-policeman and 2 others were arrested over an attempted kidnapping of Cabanatuan businessmen. The government is eyeing the expansion of zero hospital billing program to include middle-class Filipinos. The Philippine trade deficit narrows in December as exports record double-digit growth. Ann Curtis clarifies viral remark on use of English dialogue in her upcoming film with Jericho Rosales. PH para-athletes deliver a historic medal haul at the ASEAN Para Games. Today is Tuesday, the 27th of January, and I'm Toby Magsaysay bringing you today's top stories. Let's get started. The International Criminal Court will proceed with former President Rodrigo Duterte's confirmation of charges hearing in February, even as his camp prepares to appeal the ruling that found him fit to stand trial. ICC Assistant to Counsel Cristina Conti said the pretrial chamber will move forward with the hearing while the appeal is pending before the appeals chamber. The court has set the confirmation of charges hearing on February 23 after denying Duterte's request for an indefinite adjournment, ruling that he is fit to participate in pretrial proceedings related to crimes against humanity linked to his war on drugs. 2 people died after a passenger van lost control and plunged into a deep gorge in Barangay Ampucaw, Itogon, Benguet, authorities confirmed. Police said the victims, both residents of the barangay, were traveling from Sitio Saddle and were on their way to fetch companions for a wedding in Baguio City when the vehicle fell into a 200-meter deep gorge. Rescuers rushed the victims to a hospital, but they were declared dead on the spot. The investigators looked into possible factors such as road conditions, weather, and mechanical issues. The Department of Social Welfare and Development is warning the public against an artificial intelligence-generated video circulating online that falsely claims the agency distributes spoiled relief goods during disasters. In a Facebook post, the DSWD denied the allegations shown in the video and said its relief operations follow clear, orderly, and humane distribution processes under strict standards. The agency urged the public to remain vigilant, stressing that some AI-generated content is designed to appear realistic and mislead viewers, and advised against believing or sharing unverified information to prevent confusion and misinformation. An ex-policeman and 2 other suspects were arrested after attempting to kidnap a 59-year-old businessman at gunpoint in Barangay Capitan Pepe, Cabanatuan City on January 26. Police said the suspects forcibly took the victim from his warehouse, seized his vehicle, and demanded a 5 million peso ransom before fleeing south, triggering a hit-and-run incident that injured 2 civilians. Authorities later rescued the victim unharmed, tracked down the suspects through the victim's stolen cell phone, and are now preparing kidnapping charges against the 3 men under the revised penal code. The government is looking to expand its zero hospital billing program to cover middle-class Filipinos, according to health officials. The proposal aims to reduce out-of-pocket medical expenses by maximizing PhilHealth coverage and government support. Executive Secretary Ralph Recto said he met with officials of the Department of Health and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation to ensure the proper implementation of the zero balance billing program in selected government hospitals. He added that additional funding has been allocated in this year's national budget to support the program and ensure patients are no longer charged out of pocket for expenses for covered hospital services. The Philippines' trade deficit narrowed in December as exports posted double-digit growth, data from the Philippine Statistics Authority showed. Export gains were driven largely by higher shipments of electronic products, helping offset import costs. Economists say the improved trade balance could provide support for economic growth. Philippine stocks closed higher on midday Tuesday, with the PSE index gaining 43.94 points or 0.70% to finish at 6,317.81. The all shares index also rose by 0.24%. Most sectoral indices ended in positive territory, led by holding firms, services, and industrials. Financials slipped slightly while mining and oil declined by nearly 1.5%. In active trading, ICTSI, BDO, and Bloomberry posted gains while the shares of RCR and Ayala Land Logistics ended lower. Actress Anne Curtis addressed the online buzz over her viral response to a netizen who criticized the use of English dialogue in her upcoming film with Jericho Rosales. Curtis explained that her reply was meant to be casual and conversational, similar to how she jokes with close friends, and was never intended to come across as sarcastic or dismissive. She also reflected on the pressures of being constantly in the public eye, reminding fans that celebrities are human too, and emphasized the importance of empathy and context in interpreting online exchanges. The Philippines recorded its best ever performance in the 13th ASEAN Para Games, finishing with 45 gold, 37 silver, and 52 bronze medals, marking the country's strongest showing since the tournament began in 2001. The Filipino delegation surpassed its previous medal haul from the 2023 Cambodia Games, with athletics leading the gold rush, followed by strong performances in swimming and chess. Chief of Mission Goody Custodio credited the team's success to focused preparation and the integration of young para-athletes, noting that many medalists came from emerging talents, particularly among visually impaired competitors. And for today's trivia, January 27 marks the birthday of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, born in 1756 in Salzburg, Austria. A child prodigy, Mozart composed his first pieces at the age of 5 and went on to write over 600 works, including symphonies, operas, chamber music, and concertos, leaving an indelible mark on classical music. His compositions, celebrated for their melodic beauty, technical mastery, and emotional depth, continue to influence musicians and composers around the world, making him one of history's most enduring and revered figures in music. Now for our viral story this afternoon, it has garnered 1.7 million views and over 290,000 likes. It features a well-known fast food mascot who appears tired and worn out. The caption reads, POV, trentahin na rin si Hetty. One netizen also commented, spaghetting pababa na siya. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Once again, I'm Toby Magsaysay, and this has been Tribune News on Cue.